underlined, comma 7. All right, this one, M1, only has one contact, and that's normally open, and it's in rung 4. Now, this is a light. That was supposed to be a light. Okay, and this has one contact that we're using, and that is where? It's in rung 2. So again, we're going to show this 2, and that happens to be a normally closed, so it's underlined. Now, we're going to start this is going to be wire number 1 for L1. This is wire number 2. For L2. And again, I'm going to go all the way back. I'm going to call this is still wire number 1 to that point. That's going to be 3 and 4. This one's going to be 5. Nope, it's still 1. But it's all the way across, all the way over there. This one's going to be, we stopped here at 4. We're going to call this one 5. And the other side of it 6. Over here we've got a 7. And an 8. Coming down now, we've got a 9. We've got a 10. We've got 11. And down here, we have a 12. Okay, so we've wired all our things there. Power circuit. I'm not going to worry about it at the moment as far as numbering them. But again, up until this point, this is all part of the power circuit. In other words, right here, power. On this side, control. Now we're going to look at some of the components in the next video. For now, basically just want to make sure that we've got everything covered, and I think we do. We have okay. That's it for now. But you can see that you can put quite a few components in it, and again, it really depends upon what you're doing. Like, for example, you could have a scenario where you've got lighting happening at several different places. In other words, let's suppose I've got a control room. I might have a light in the control room as well as at the starter, and perhaps even a light at the motor itself. Depends upon, the relative locations of each other and what you need to do with it. You could have a remote operation panel, for example, so you might have multiple lights. Now, if you did, for example, and you wanted to have multiple red lights, you'd put them in parallel, all right? And you could stack 10 lights off of there. And again, they're all going to be seeing the same voltage, so therefore they're all going to be able to operate. You could also have, a number of green lights. Probably You might have one in the control room. I don't know that you'd want one, we'd want it locally at the starter. But again, it depends upon what the preference is for the job. A lot of times it has to do with somebody's idea of what they need and what they see. So with that in mind, you can put these in parallel. You see I've got a number of things that can start and stop the motor. Okay, that's a stop. It's in parallel. These are starts. They happen to be in parallel. This is in series, and in series. Why? Because they're all intended to stop it, right? Now, just because they're in series doesn't mean I have to show them one after another. You can see that that's not what I did here, but it'll still work just the same, right? And that's a wrap for now. I'll see you in the next video, to be continued.